Finding affordable housing in the Treasure Valley, that can be difficult. And sometimes it's hard to make ends meet even if you have a full-time job. A new national report highlighted that gap between rent and income, that money going in and money going out. Abby Davis looked into that data. Abby, what did you learn?
Well, the National Low Income Housing Coalition releases several housing reports every year. This one specifically focuses on how much somebody needs to earn every year in order to afford rent. But some people I talk to say that number should be much higher. A simple question. Do you think rent in the Treasure Valley is affordable?
No way. It is absolutely absurd.
You know, it's manageable for me, but I mean, I'd always like to pay a little bit less rent.
New housing data shows that might not happen anytime soon. The National Low Income Housing Coalition recently released its Out of Reach 2023 report.
It really dives into the gap between rent and incomes in each state.
Angelica Moran works for the Idaho Asset Building Network. They're helping share the Out of Reach report with Idahoans. Moran says people around the Treasure Valley need to make more than $25 an hour to afford a two-bedroom apartment. That's more than Idaho's average 2022 wage, which is $24.69.
We're seeing that renters are just continuing to really have trouble accessing their homes at an affordable price.
The report shows fair market rent for a two-bedroom apartment in Ada County is about $1,300. In reality, Jesse Tree Program Director Evan Stewart says people are paying much more.
When you do a little bit more research, a more localized research, you can see wow, it's actually closer to $1,800.
So when you do the math,
a person would have to make somewhere near above $30 an hour to be able to afford a two-bedroom apartment in the Treasure Valley.
Moran says that's not always attainable, and people sometimes end up spending more than 30% of their monthly salary on rent.
When families are forced to pay more than that, they are left with little for savings, for an emergency expense like a car repair.
Leaving some Idahoans with hard choices.
The simple answer is that those of us that born and raised here, we just can't afford it anymore.
It's the same as a mortgage, and I really don't want to jump to go paying the same price for something I don't get to keep in the end.
Moran believes the federal government, the state government should invest more into affordable housing. She says Idaho fully relies on federal funding for programs that help renters. But we know, Brian, that federal emergency rental assistance money is running out, and a lot of these nonprofits and agencies, they have extremely long wait lists.
And some of those people not making ends meet have to resort to getting roommates or even getting second jobs out there. All right, thank you very much, Abby.